Fastest and slowest selling cars for the end of October. Let's kick things off, Dad, with the slowest selling vehicles. These would be theoretically the ones you could get the best deal on, right?
Well, and not only theoretically, but in most cases, in actuality, and particularly with the one at the bottom of the list, number 10, which would be the Mercedes-Benz EQS. That's got a 212-day supply nationally, and Mercedes-Benz dealers are beside themselves because, well, they can't figure out how to sell them in a timely fashion. So I would suggest if you went to your local Mercedes-Benz dealer, there's a deal to be had on the EQS, and even with the deal, you'll probably still be overpaying.
Yeah, you've got the Mercedes coming in at the 10-slot, 212-day supply, $123,000 average transaction price, 4,837 of them available for sale nationwide, and only 1,025 have sold in the past 45 days. Let's look, Dad, then at a surprising vehicle on this list because I thought Ram was under UAW strike. They're not No, the Ram 1500, 238 days supply, number 9 on the list. Ram 1500s have been in an oversupply for a year now. The discounts have been massive at times, both from dealers and from the OEMs. And the average transaction price, but I'm beside myself, nearly $61,000 for the Ram 1500.
Probably why there's a 238-day supply of them. Pickup trucks have gotten just insanely expensive, and they've gotten so expensive that they're starting to sit, and there's no place better to find them where they're sitting than at your local Ram dealer.
60,000 of them actively for sale in the United States. 11,400 of them have sold in the last 45 days. Another CDJR product, a Dodge Challenger coming in at the 8th spot, $273. The Challenger's a $52,000 car.
Hey, come on, that's almost affordable today, but apparently still not affordable enough considering that there's a 273-day supply. There's over 20,500 of them for sale nationally, and they've managed to sell 3,300 of them in the last 45 days. Yeah, they've got 9 months worth of supply there.
A luxury sedan with an average transaction price of $70,000. Let that sink in because the other ones are not technically luxury vehicles, but their price points certainly are. The BMW 5 Series has a 288-day supply pops. Then the Jaguar, F-Type has a 292-day supply. The F-Type is selling at over $100,000. I didn't realize they were that expensive. 92 have sold in the last 45 days, so they're obviously not a big mover on this list.
They are not, but if you wanted to get a deal, you could probably get a deal on one. The problem is, apparently, with only 603 for sale in the United States, there's not enough people that are looking for that deal.
All right, top 5 vehicles that have the most available inventory relative to their demand. When we talk about market day supply, we should have said this at the outset. Market day supply is how many days it would take to sell all available inventory based on the current sales rate. All right, so typically dealers want that less than 90. When you're up above 200, like all of these vehicles are, that is bad. That is really bad news, both for the dealer and the automaker. Our top 5, Dad, entirely owned by Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge and Ram products. So
yes.
To those of you that work at Stellantis, the most profitable automaker last year, their CEO gets paid the most. I don't understand it, but anyway, number 5, Dad, would be the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, a 331 days supply of inventory nationwide. They've only sold 1,000 of them in the past 45 days, yet they have over 7,000 of them available for sale. I'll run through all 5 and then we'll get your commentary.
Absolutely.
The Jeep Grand Wagoneer. You want a $100,000 Jeep? Here's your option. 336 days supply. Those are not selling. The Ram 3500 pickup has a 367-day supply, an average transaction price of $81,000. The Dodge Hornet. This was supposed to be a big deal for Dodge. This was going to be their accessible price point, SUV, compact SUV, 432 days supply. even with a $37,588 average transaction price, says something about the value you get there. And then number one on the list, Dad, the Ram 2500 pickup, 460-day supply, over an $88,000 average transaction price for a pickup.
There was a movie a few years back, and one of the lines was, "If you build it, he will come." These brands, the Pacifica Hybrid, the Grand Wagoneer, the Ram 3500 pickup, the Dodge Hornet, and the Ram 2500 pickup, well, they're proving that's not so. Okay? You can build it. Ain't nobody coming to get it. A 460-day supply. That's in excess of a year. Okay? That's what? That's 15 months supply. So if they didn't build another one, it'd take them 15 months to sell all the ones they have, assuming that they could find 33,908 idiots to buy one.
How does that work with model year turnover? Because last time I checked, there will be a new model year, and you're going to have even more aggressive incentives in deal making to actually sell these vehicles. 15 months worth of them. If no more were produced, it would take them. That's mind-boggling.
It is, and the thing that the one that really amazes me is the Grand Wagoneer, because I don't know, I keep seeing television commercials with Derek Jeter driving one. Okay, and I think to myself, well, that's because only people like Derek Jeter could afford one. So even with him driving one, they can't sell them. People would rather get a Cadillac Escalade or a big ass Suburban or Yukon. Nobody asked Jeep to build the Grand Wagoneer. That is the answer to the question nobody asked.
The big ass trim level on the Suburban is quite nice. All right, the top 10 fastest selling vehicles in the United States. Huge discrepancy here with regards to obviously availability, and most importantly, average transaction price. If you work at an automaker and you follow us for whatever reason, or you just see this clip from this video, just maybe we can put it side by side. The average transaction prices of the slowest selling cars and the average transaction prices of the fastest selling cars, night and day. Number 10 on this list, Dad, Kia Carnival. 31-day supply, $42,360 average transaction price. I was talking to one of our community members just the other day. Got his at MSRP. Great. Good for you. It's one of the fastest selling cars in America at MSRP. We love that. The Toyota Corolla Cross, 31-day supply, $31,500 average transaction price. The GMC Canyon, a pickup truck under $50,000 at a 28-day supply. The Sienna, which supposedly has a 28-day supply, we know better than that. They are sold out. Our data actually overstates it. I'll give one more and then we'll do the top 5. The Honda CR-V, 27-day supply, $35,900 price point. Seeing a trend here?
I do. And the amazing thing is there's only one other vehicle on there with an average transaction price in excess of $50,000. So what this really states when you look at it all in together is that you need to be under $50,000 and you won't be able to keep your vehicles in stock. The top 5 are the Colorado, the Chevrolet Colorado pickup truck at $41,500. A 19-day supply. No wonder. Where are you going to be able to buy a pickup truck for $41,500? A Corolla Hybrid, a 23-day supply, and that's overstated, for $26,563. Hell, I don't need a car. I might go out and buy one of those because it's only $26,000. The Prius, a $34,000 vehicle and a 24-day supply. The one that surprises me that's on there is the Mercedes-Benz GLC. It's got a 27-day supply. It's the most expensive vehicle on this list at $57,000, but they're selling, which indicates to me that even Mercedes-Benz owners don't want to pay what it takes to get into a Mercedes anymore. And last the Honda Civic with a 27-day supply and an average transaction price of $27,000. It's all there in black and white for every one of the manufacturers out there to see. Compare that to the Ram 2500 at $88,000. And you begin to see why those are sitting and these aren't.
This is some of the we publish this data every single month. Kudos to Justin on the team who does it. It'll be the top link in the description down below. Check it out every single month. My personal hope is that over the next couple of years, as we continue to update it monthly, we see some sort of trend back towards affordable vehicles on both sides of this spectrum. There should be more availability of affordable vehicles, period. And hopefully that manifests itself here in this data. I'm so proud of our team that we publish this every single month, and it gives us the opportunity to make these videos because it just brings awareness to the ongoing affordability crisis in the United States when it comes to purchasing vehicles. This data, black and white, night and day, whatever you want to say, it demonstrates it perfectly, Pops. I'm so glad that we made this video.
Oh, absolutely. And hopefully people out there can take a look at this and realize where it is they need to go. If you're looking at these top 10 with the lowest day supply, you might not always be able to get the best possible deal, but you're getting a vehicle that somebody wants, which means that it's going to retain its value. So much better than any of the ones on the other list that are the slowest selling.